How's it going out there, YouTube land and all subsequent social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're going to be doing a movie review of a film that just came out a couple weeks ago and is the third film in a trilogy from Marvel Studios, so we're going to get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video or any other videos I put up. And as always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Rizzle, all those great places. I pretty much post on a regular basis, so definitely check those out. As always, people, let's get right into this! So welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out a couple weeks ago, and is a all-new Marvel film that we finally got in theaters that is a third film in a great trilogy of films. And that happens to be called, and known as, Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania. Oh yeah, Antman and the Wasp, Quantumania. Yeah, Antman and the Wasp 3. Oh yeah. So Antman and the Wasp Quantumania is the third film in the Ant-Man trilogy, followed by, of course, Ant-Man and then Ant-Man and the Wasp. And once again, this is directed none other by the awesome and amazing Mr. Peyton Reed. Oh yeah, Peyton Reed, woo, Peyton Reed, yeah! So Peyton Reed once again directed this, and he's directed a few other things over the years. He directed the first two Ant-Mans, and he's directed a few other great films over the years. And he's just an all-around a really good director, and I really enjoy him, and I think he does a really good job with the movies he is presented with. Now, another great movie, if you haven't checked something that he's done out, definitely check this movie out because it's a really fantastic film that has a really great cast, came out back in 2003, and really shows once again how great of a director Peyton Reed is. And then, of course, the film called Down with Love. Oh yeah, Down with Love. This is a fantastic film. Stars Renee Zellweger, Ewan McGregor, David Hyde Pierce, Sarah Paulson, and is kind of it's a comedy rom-com, like kind of supposed to be in the 50s, 60s type of era type of thing, and it's just all around a really fun film. And I thought Peyton did a really good job of making this film and giving us a really fantastic kind of musical comedy rom-com type of film that just had really great storytelling and just a really great eye for the 60s decor and just that whole 60s vibe. And Peyton did a really good job of bringing that to life and giving us a really solid kind of rom-comedy that just was really enjoyable. If you haven't seen anything Peyton Reed has directed, definitely check out Down with Love. He did a really good job with it. But when it comes to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, I thought this was the best one he directed. Oh my gosh, he did such a fantastic job. I love everything he did with this film, especially when it comes to, seeing more of the quantum realm with how we really, we saw a little bit of it over the years in the last two films and over other Marvel films a little bit, but they really had to dive deep into this one and really give us a lot of the quantum realm, and I thought Peyton did a good job of giving us a really great, spectrum of what was the quantum realm. And I thought that his direction was perfect. He gave us the right amount of comedy with action, and all over he did just an amazing job of giving us a really solid third film to really, pull this trilogy together. And I thought Peyton also did a really good job of, giving some really great, one-liners throughout the film, too, and getting the best out of his actors and actresses he could. And he really brought that out in all his characters in this film and just had a really great direction of what he wanted to do. And I thought he did a really fantastic job with that. If you haven't seen anything that Peyton Reed has directed, definitely check out the third Ant-Man film, Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania, for his direction. He was really amazing and gave us a really solid film. So this movie has a really fantastic cast. Of course, we have several people returning from the other films with a couple new introductions into this film. Of course, we have a new great antagonist that they're introducing into this film, giving us a really good eye of who he is, and really have, expanded on the Ant-Man universe with this film. Now, of course, to start us off is Ant-Man himself, Mr. Paul Rudd. Oh yeah, Paul Rudd, woo, Paul Rudd! Oh my god, I love Paul Rudd for everything he's been in, from Clueless to Halloween 5 to, I mean, everything you could think of he's done. He's been fantastic. He's always fun and just always makes great films. And him as Scott Lang has been fantastic over the last 3 films. Also in Civil War and all that kind of stuff in the Avenger films. And he just is a really fantastic actor that I think can play all different fields. And you could really see in this movie that, Paul really went for a kind of a more serious vibe with his character, especially because he's dealing with his daughter and kind of getting that relationship back after you have losing so many years with her because of the blip and just because of everything he's had to deal with. And I think that he really brought that to life and gives a really successful person dealing with the fact that they've lost so much time with a daughter and dealing with it. And I thought Paul did a really good job with that. Now, another great movie that Paul was in that I really enjoy him and I think is one of his best is a great film that came out back in the early 2000s. And it's just a really solid comedy film that has Jason Segel in it and a great cast of just comedians and so forth. That's just a really fun film. And then, of course, the film called I Love You, Man. Yeah! I Love You, Man. Yeah, I absolutely love this film. It's so stinking funny, so awesome. I love Jason Segel in this film, and Paul Rudd is so fantastic as, the dynamic duo of those two. And they just worked so well together, and Paul just did a really great job of giving us some of the greatest comedy in this film, especially when he's, trying to be James Bond, and he keeps coming off as a leprechaun, and he's Irish, and all this kind of stuff, especially when he's strapping the baseman and stuff like that was absolutely hilarious and so funny. And I just love his relationship with all the different characters in the film. Andy Samberg as his brother who's gay, and it's just all around such a freaking funny film and such a good film. And Paul was just so fantastic in the film. If you have not seen anything else Paul Rudd has been in, or haven't seen something this yet, definitely check out I Love You, Man. He was really fantastic in the film. But overall, I really enjoyed Paul Rudd in Ant-Man 3. He did a fantastic job. He did an amazing job. I love everything he did with the character, and I love how it left it as it did in the end of the film. And I love, and I can't wait to see where they take this character. I'm so happy that, Paul has played this character because he's brought such a great characterization to this awesome character, and I think he's doing a bang-up job. If you haven't seen him in anything, definitely go check him out in Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. He was superb in it. The next actor I like to talk about, or actress I should say, is the lady that decided to take over the role of Paul Rudd's character, Scott Lang's daughter, in the film series. And that happens to be the actress known as Catherine Newton. Oh yeah, Catherine Newton, woo! Catherine Newton, yeah! So Catherine Newton, she's been around for a little while. She's done a few other films and so forth. And is a pretty decent actress. She does a lot of great things, and I think that she's done a good job in the majority of the films she's been in. And so I was very interested in seeing what exactly she brought to this role. And I thought that she did a good job. I actually was more impressed with her than I thought I was going to be, because I really did enjoy the little girl that originally played the Katie Lang, or not Katie Lang, but Scott Lang's daughter in the first 2 films. And I was very sad that she wasn't old enough to kind of portray this character still now. And I really enjoyed her. I thought she was fun. I thought she was a great actress. And I was really hoping they find somebody that would be pretty decent and close to that. And I thought they did that with Catherine Newton. And I thought that, like I said, I thought she did a good job. I was impressed with her. I thought she was interesting and fun. She definitely wasn't the strongest character in the film, but she still did a decent enough job to really give us a good Cassie Lang character and giving us, kind of an interesting, insight into this older version of Cassie Lang. Now, another film she was in that I absolutely love her in, I think is her best film to date, and she is just really dynamic in this film. And that, of course, is the film called Freaky. Oh, yeah. Freaky. Yeah. Freaky, people. Oh, my God. This is such a fantastic film. Directed by Michael Landon's son. That is Christopher Landon, and he is a fantastic director, and brought to you by the guys that gave you the Happy Death Days and stuff like that. And this is just a really fun film. Basically, it's a horror version of Freaky Friday, And basically, Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn are two characters. One's a serial killer, the other one's just an average teenage girl that switch bodies. And it's freaking amazing. And Catherine Newton was so fantastic in this film. And I just loved the presentation she gave as portraying, like supposed to be the serial killer Vince Vaughn version. And I just loved everything she brought to it. She was so perfect. She kicked butt. She did a great job of bringing to life this character and just overall was really fantastic in it. If you haven't seen anything else Catherine Newton's been in, definitely check her out in Freaky. She was really amazing in the film. But overall, like I said, I thought she did a good job with the film and was very enjoyable and definitely did a decent job of bringing to life a more adult version of Cassie Lang. If you haven't seen her or anything, definitely go check her out in Antman Quantumania right now. She did a really fun job. So that brings me to the final actor I like to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than Kang himself, Mr. Jonathan Majors. Oh yeah, Jonathan Majors. Woo, Jonathan Majors. Oh my God, I absolutely love Jonathan Majors. He is freaking fantastic. He's amazing. He's awesome. He brings so much greatness to every character he plays. And once again, he brought it and gave us one of the best Kangs I've seen so far. And he was so amazing as Kang in this film. And I absolutely loved everything he did as this character in this film. Now, Jonathan Majors, he is just, like I said, a superb actor. Absolutely love the guy. He's been in a few films over the years, but I really feel that, when he first did He Who Remains, for the Loki season 1, he really, didn't get in depth into who Kang is and just being that particular version of Kang, but you really got to see him bring it to life in Ant-Man the Quantumania, because he just did an amazing job of bringing that character to life and giving us a really solid performance. Now, another great film he was in, and I really enjoyed him in, and if you haven't seen him in anything, definitely check him out in this film. It's a Netflix film with the late, great Chadwick Boseman called The Five Bloods. Yeah, The Five Bloods. Yeah, this is a fantastic film. I still haven't gotten around to doing my review for it, but I will eventually. But this is a really superb film, and I absolutely love Jonathan Majors in the film. He did a fantastic job. I love the character he portrays in the film. I love what he brings to the character, and I just really enjoyed everything he brought for this character. And once again, this film just showed how amazing an actor and how in depth he gets into his characters, but at the same time, he doesn't lose himself, and he allows himself to still have some fun, and you can see that in his, in this film, and just how amazing he, accompanied each of the other actors in this film. It was a really phenomenal role. Absolutely loved him in it. He did a great job. If you have not seen him in anything else, definitely check him out in The Five Bloods. He did a fantastic job. But overall, like I said, when it came to Kang, he is perfection. He is amazing. And I absolutely can't wait to see him portray Kang some more. He did such a phenomenal job in this film. And overall was just a fantastic first new interpretation of the great Kang and of the new big baddie for Marvel, and he did an amazing job. If you haven't seen him in anything, definitely go check him out in Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania right now. He was phenomenal. So what is Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania about? Basically, this time around, Ant-Man and his crew, Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, Hope Van Dyne, Cassie Lang, basically have kind of gotten back together now after the events of Endgame, are working on doing things, getting to know each other again, getting back to normal, and basically Cassie and Hank and Hope designed a beacon that will be able to go down to the quantum realm, bring a signal back up to be able to pinpoint somebody in the quantum realm. Well, when they did that, they didn't know that something evil was lurking in the quantum realm that would use that technology. And basically it's about them getting sucked down into the quantum realm and dealing and being introduced to Kang the Conqueror. And basically about them trying to stop him from getting out of the quantum realm and trying to take over the world. It's a fantastic film, really well done. So many great sequences in this film. Oh my God, so many great new characters that they introduced that were just absolutely phenomenal. There's so many great scenes in this film that were just so action-packed. That end sequence with, Kang and Scott fighting was amazing. The whole incident where, Scott has to go into the area where, the the machine that Kang needs to get out of the quantum realm was busted, and all the craziness that ensues that Scott has to deal with was really awesome. And just every part of the film was just so enjoyable. Beautiful colors, amazing CGI, really well done, great performances by all, like I said, and overall just a really fantastic film. If you have not seen Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania yet, definitely go check it out in theaters now. Worth the watch, amazing, can't wait to add it to collection. Really superb film, giant 10 golden movie boxes up. Really a great addition to the Marvel Universe. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, also thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been before, don't forget to check out any older new videos you haven't seen yet. As always, people, if you want to show support for the channel, definitely check out my links down below, either for my Patreon page, where you get all kinds of extra accoutrement you don't get here on my YouTube channel for being a subscriber, all kinds of cool stuff like sweepstakes, all that kind of stuff, outtakes, bloopers, all kind of cool things. So definitely check that out. Or if you're a huge horror movie fan, definitely check out the amazing horror pack link where you can get great horror films to your door every month for a great low price. So definitely check that out too. As always, people, catch you next one.